Hey guys, I'm back with part 6 for this tutorial on how to build this suburban house. Here in this video, we're going to be finishing the build. All we have left to do are the interior furnishings. So I went ahead and gathered up all of the blocks we're going to be using here for the rest of the first floor. So be sure to go ahead and just grab all of the blocks. I'm just going to scroll through them all and you can see which ones I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and start by doing the kitchen first. Make sure you have your smooth quartz blocks. We'll place 4 starting here at the corner. And then here where these 2 spaces are, what we're going to do is grab the campfires. We'll carve out 2 spaces. And just in case, I don't think this will happen. I don't think your house will burn down. But just in case, make sure you do have fire spread turned off. You can never be too sure. So I'm going to have 2 campfires like that. I'm gonna have the furnaces right above them. Now we have the smoke effect, so it looks like there's something cooking. Here towards the left of the furnaces, be sure to grab your blocks of quartz again. Place 2. And then we're gonna have a fridge here. So we'll place another 2. And then 2 going up here towards the right. And then 1 more here at the left. Upside down stair for that remaining empty space. And then some slabs. So this is now the fridge. We have our ovens here. We're going to have an island here where the sink is. Let's make sure to have our birch trapdoors, and we'll cover up these full blocks of quartz. Let's grab our blocks of the smooth quartz again. And we're going to have, so right here at the right side of the fridge, we're going to have 2 full blocks of quartz going up like that. We'll have a slab on top. And then over here, let's see, we're going to have the oven hood. Okay, so over on this side, we'll grab our full blocks of quartz again. And we'll have 3, like that. Or should I just have 2, because we're kind of covering the window. Yeah, I think I did just have 2, so it's lined up where the wall is. And then we'll have the slabs on top. And then to cover up all these full blocks, we'll have the birch trapdoors. So now we have some shelves up there. Let's go ahead and grab our full blocks of quartz. We're going to line up where these furnaces are. We'll carve out the crown molding here. And we're going to have... So we have 2 blocks of quartz there. Another layer of 2. Another layer. And then... I think another... Nope, actually right there. So 3 going down like that. And then we'll have the sea lanterns. What the heck is going on? Oh, okay. I don't know what that was about. And then we'll have a block of quartz, or a block of the quartz stairs on each side of the sea lantern. And then we'll have a slab in each corner. Let's be sure to cover up the sea lanterns with some iron trapdoors. And then we'll have some slabs all the way around the edge here, underneath. Okay. So now this is like a little oven hood, but there is a light source. Let's go ahead and start doing the island now. And I'm going to have this a little bit different than the original build. So I think the design I'm going to come up with is going to be a little bit better. So make sure you're right here on the edge of the floors here where the quartz is. And we'll place 6 blocks of the quartz. And then over here at the left, we'll place 2 more. And then we'll grab our hoppers. We'll have 2 like that, so these are the sinks. And then we'll have another block of quartz right there. Here at the edge, we'll have a smooth quartz stair facing in that direction. And then we'll connect one next to it like that. And then another one right there, and that goes right into that full block. Now let's go ahead and grab the birch trapdoors. We'll cover up these full blocks of the quartz. And then we'll also cover up, we have to crouch and place these in front of the hoppers. Now we have to start grabbing some of the other items. We need the lever, the birch button, the spruce pressure plate, and maybe a flower pot. And you could grab whichever flower you want to use. I'll go ahead and use this one. And I'm actually going to use this as well. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. So we'll start with the levers, and we'll place these right where the sinks are. So that's like the faucet. We'll grab our spruce pressure plate, have it right there to act as a cutting board. Next to that, to kind of fill in this space a little bit more, we'll have a flower pot, and I'll use that flower. And I'll have another flower pot right here. And I think those are, oh yeah, and then the birch button we'll have right next to the sinks, so it looks like a bar of soap. Let me go ahead and grab the bucket of water. We'll fill in the hoppers, so we have to make sure to crouch, and then fill it in like that. So I'm looking at the kitchen, and I actually think I do want to extend this one more block. So I have the blocks of quartz there, our slab, and then the birch trapdoors. And I think that looks a little bit better now. And one thing I want to do that I actually forgot to do at the original build is just some tile back here, so it's like a backsplash. So I'm going to go ahead, we don't actually have the block. I think what I'm going to use are the quartz bricks. So I'm going to swap out a block that we're not actually going to be using anymore, and that's this wooden pressure plate. So we'll get rid of that, and then we'll be sure to grab the quartz bricks. So let's go ahead and remove this layer where the white concrete is, as well as these little pieces of the quartz, the chiseled quartz that we can see here. And then we'll fill all of this in with the quartz bricks. And now we have a little backsplash there, and I think that looks nice. Let's do the dining room table now. So it's going to be right over here, near the back door. So make sure you have your full blocks of quartz. And we want to make sure we're 3 spaces away from this back wall here, and then 3 spaces away from this right wall. So we're going to be right here. We're going to place 4 blocks of quartz going towards the left. So once again, we have 3 spaces here remaining until we meet up at that wall, and 3 spaces here. Now let's have a smooth quartz stair upside down on each side of these full blocks of quartz. And then we'll have a slab in each corner. Now let's continue with the slabs, and we're going to start marking out where the chairs are going to be. So I have one right here and here. We'll do the same on the other side. And then one on each end. Now let's grab the iron doors. We'll place these right behind each slab. We have our white banner, so we have to crouch and place these in front of each chair. And then we'll grab these spruce signs and have these on each side of the slab, so it looks like an armrest. So that is looking good. Let's grab the end rods. We're going to have one right here and here. On top of that, we'll have a gray concrete block, so now we have some lamps and basically just a light source here for the table. We'll grab our weighted pressure plates and place these in front of each chair so it looks like a plate. And now we have to grab a flower pot, and I'll grab these 2 flowers right here. We'll add this as a little decoration right in the center of the table. And that is everything for the dining room table. Over here in the corner, let me go ahead and grab the jungle log, the jungle leaves, and the jungle trapdoor. I'm going to have a bush here in the corner, so I'll have a jungle log like that. Trapdoors on each side. Oh, hang on. There we go. And then 3 jungle leaves going up. So that just adds a little bit more in that corner so it's not so empty. Before I forget, let's carve out these 2 blocks here. We'll fill that in with sea lanterns for a light source. And then we'll grab the paintings. And it'll also be a little decoration. So I want just 2 small paintings, so I'll have that one. And that one is fine. There we go, filled that little space in. So overall, this is what we have so far. Now let's go ahead and have our small couches here for the living room area. So make sure you have your gray concrete. And we're gonna line up where this chair is. Make sure there's 2 spaces away from it. So we're here on the 3rd block. We'll place one there and one towards the right. We'll bring it out 3 and curve it back in towards the left. Now we'll skip over these 3 spaces. So we're starting here on the 4th block, and we'll have another couch over at the other side. So just remember, the edge of this couch is lined up with that chair, and we're 2 spaces from it. Let's grab these smooth quartz slabs. We'll place 2 right here for a small table, as well as where the couches are, so now it looks like you could sit here. Now, I want to carve out a square, more of like a rectangle, just all the way around the edge of the couches here. And then we'll remove the rest of these wooden blocks here in the middle. And this will be our main light source here. So let's fill all of that in with sea lanterns. And now we'll grab the gray, light gray, and green carpet. We'll do a little pattern to cover up all those lights. So I'll start with the green. I'll maybe have it here in the corner. That's fine. Actually, we'll do it like that. And then we'll have light gray for this corner. And maybe we could extend the green a little bit right there and there. And then I guess we'll have the rest of it gray. And that looks good. So now the small living room area is done. I do want to have a couple paintings over here on this wall so it's not so empty. We won't be able to have any lights behind them because this wall is only 1 block thick. So we'll go ahead and have... What if we had one there? And maybe right here. Okay. So, we'll have that one. And that one. That looks good. Yeah, that's fine. I like it. And I'm gonna have a table over here. And then that'll be everything for the main part of the house here. So, let's just grab some quartz stairs. We'll place 2 side by side like that for a small table. We'll have the wither skeleton skull. And then a flower pot with whichever flower you want. We'll have the skull there. And the flower pot there. Alright. Could have another painting over here on this wall. I guess I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll carve it out. Fill it in with sea lanterns. And then cover it up with the painting. And we'll have a different one. And we still have that. Okay, there we go. So that's everything here for the main part of the house. Looks good. I tried my best to make use of this space. It's not that big of a space, but I still managed to have a pretty nice sized kitchen. We have the dining room table, and then the living room area. There's not too much space around the edge of the table, but there's not really much else I could do. That was the best I could do it, but we could still walk around it with no issues. It's just a little bit more cramped than I personally would like to have it, but I still like how it is. The living room isn't anything too crazy, but couldn't really do much else with it. But overall, this is the main entrance of the house. We'll head on here into the hallway, and the only thing I'm gonna have here is a carpet. So we'll carve out a square here. We'll fill this in with sea lanterns, so this will be our main light source in here. Then I'll have maybe light gray, some gray, and brown carpet in here. And that is fine. And the garage, I don't really do anything with this. If you want to have your own vehicle, you can. I'm not going to be doing one, so it's going to be left just as it is. We'll head on in here to the bathroom. And we'll go ahead and start doing this. So make sure you have your quartz stairs. And we'll have the bathtub just right here in the corner, like that. So similar design that we did for the second floor with the bathtub. And then we'll have the toilet. Trying to remember exactly what I did. I think I had the sink over here and the toilet over there. Yeah. So we'll have the sink here. So we'll grab the full blocks of the quartz. And we'll have it, so 2 blocks there and 1 block there. So that space is where the hopper is going to be. We'll also grab the birch trap doors and the water bucket. So, hopper right there. Birch trap doors in front. We have to crouch for this one. Oh, crouch again. Have the bucket of water. So that is done. Since we have the bucket of water, let's fill in the bathtub. Alright. Let me see what else we got. The white stained glass panes. We'll go ahead and have 3 right there, and then we'll bring it up another 2 layers. That looks good. Let's have the shower head and the faucet, so the lever and the tripwire hook. Lever up here, tripwire hook right there. So the bathtub shower is all done. We'll have a little decoration here. Oh, actually, we need the birch button for a bar of soap. And then we'll have a flower pot with the cornflower again. So, birch button right there. And then we'll have the flower pot right here. Now, let's have the toilet. So we'll grab the full block. Then we need the stair and the slab. So we'll have it, yeah, I think right there is fine. Slab on top, upside down stair right there. Oh, you know what? I actually never grabbed the stone button. But we are going to have the weighted pressure plate on top of the stair. And then we have to grab the stone button. So I'll grab that and I'll swap out the birch button. And there we go. And, oh yeah, lever pointing towards the sink. Let me grab that. Okay. You could have a slab right here and put a little shelf. We can maybe have another flower pot up there. And I'll use this one. Okay, that's a little extra thing you could do. Alright, maybe a painting over here on this wall if you like. That's up to you. I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, I'll leave it at that here for this. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Let's grab the white banners. And to cover up these windows a little bit, I'm going to place these white banners so it looks like curtains. So the windows kind of look like they're covered up now. We'll also use these as a towel. So we'll have one here for the bathtub and another one here for the sink. So you could dry your hands there and dry off after you get out of the bathtub there. And that'll be everything now for this bathroom. I think we used everything. So that is now everything here for the first floor of the house. It is all done. We'll head on up to the second floor. We have to decorate this hallway a little bit, so we'll do that right now. And we already did the bathrooms up here in the previous video. So we just have to do this little closet, our bedroom here, and our bedroom here. And then we are done. So let's have a table here. I'll go ahead and just align it up where this window is. So I'll just have 3 quartz stairs all curving together, and that is fine. And I'll maybe just have an end rod with a gray concrete block right there. I'll also have a wither skeleton skull, maybe just right in the middle, and then a flower pot here with whichever flower. I'll go ahead and use this one. And that is fine. And now I'll carve out a rectangle here. We'll fill it in with sea lanterns, and then we'll cover this up with a carpet. And then we'll leave it at that here for the hallway. So for the carpet, I'll just use the same colors that we already had. So maybe some brown, green, and gray. So we'll start the green maybe on this end. And then we'll have the brown, and maybe just a little bit of gray right there. And that is fine. And you could have some paintings here on the wall, that is up to you, but I'm going to leave it just as it is. So now let's head on in here, and I'm going to start gathering up all the blocks that we're going to be using in here, as well as the closet. So I gathered up all the blocks we're going to be using in here for this bedroom and for the closet. So I'm going to scroll through them all, and you'll be able to see all the ones we're going to be using. So I'll start by marking out the nightstands and the bed. So be sure to have your smooth quartz stairs, and we'll place 2 side by side over here in the corner. So that'll be a nightstand. Now let's use our full blocks of quartz, and we're going to place 5 next to that. So that'll be part of the headboard for the bed. We'll have another 2 stairs side by side on this side. Let's go ahead and have a stair on each end, right on top of these full blocks of quartz. And then we'll have 3 upside down quartz stairs in the middle, and then slabs on top. Now let's grab the gray concrete. We'll go ahead and have 2 rows of the gray, and then a row of light gray, and then back to the gray. And I think that'll be fun. Now let's grab our smooth quartz slabs. We'll place 4 on each side of that. And then we'll switch back to these stairs, and we'll place 1 on each end right behind those slabs. And then we'll have 3 upside down stairs right here at the end, and then slabs on top of that. So that is the footboard. And now I'm going to be using snow for the pillows. If your snow melts, feel free to replace this with some white carpet. Now let's carve out a space right here for the carpet we're going to have on the floor. So I'll start it right here, and I'll carve out 4 like that, and then we'll bring it in another 2. And then, actually we'll do 3. So we have 4 here, and then another 3 in that direction. We'll carve out these 2 right underneath the bed. We'll fill that in with the gray wool, and then the rest of this space we're going to have sea lanterns. And then we'll have gray carpet here, and light gray for the rest. So now it looks like this carpet kind of goes underneath the bed a little bit. Alright, so that looks good. Now that is pretty much everything that we have in our inventory right now, so let's go ahead and grab the other blocks. Let's go ahead and grab all the multiple colors of carpet, and we'll go ahead and do the closet. Okay. So we'll head on in here. I'll grab my smooth quartz stairs. We'll just place 3 upside down here, and another layer on top of that, and that's about it. So we'll go ahead and have all of our different colored carpet, so it looks like pieces of clothes. And there we go. I'm just going to leave it as simple as that for the closet, just so it's filled in. Alright, now we could actually just pretty much get rid of all of these random colors of carpet so that they're not filling up our inventory. And we'll be sure to use our smooth quartz stair, the iron door, an end rod. We'll be using the gray concrete block, spruce sign, stone pressure plate. Let me get rid of these. Grab the stone button, painting, and spruce trapdoor. So this will be most of the blocks we're going to be using for the desk. So grab your smooth quartz stairs, and we'll start the desk. We'll start it right here. So we have a stair like that, another stair, and then we'll have a slab right there, and then another stair. So that'll be where the desk is. We'll have a slab here, lined up where that one slab was, so that's the start of the chair. Let me grab that iron door again, place that right behind. For the armrest, we'll have a spruce sign on each side of the slab. And then I'll crouch and make sure to have the gray banner on the door like that. And now let's have we gotta go on top of the windowsill here and place a trap door like that. And now we could crouch. Actually, let's place a block over here. And then let's crouch and place a painting. So that looks like a laptop screen. So we'll have a stone pressure plate and a stone button. So now it looks like a laptop right there. Let me use the end rods real quick. So we'll have these on each end of the nightstand. And then we'll have a gray concrete block so it looks like lamps. We could have another one over here on the end of the desk. And then let me grab a flower pot and maybe like an orange tulip. We'll have this on the other side of the desk. We'll have another flower pot on each end of the nightstand. We'll have the other flowers. Above the bed here, I just want 3 small paintings. So I'll do this. I'll have one right there, and right there. That actually worked out really good. I like all of those. Okay. And over here in the corner, we could have a bush just to kind of fill in the space. So jungle log, jungle trapdoor, and jungle leaves. Same design that we did on the first floor. And if that looks good, you know what? I actually think that's everything in here. I was looking over here at the desk, and I actually think I want the laptop right in the middle so it's lined up with the window. I think that'll look a lot nicer. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm gonna move the laptop over. So let me go ahead and just grab the flower that we used with the flower pot. Grab that, and that. We have to shift over the chair too if you want it lined up. Like I said, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you liked where the laptop was, then feel free just to leave it. But I just wanted it lined up with that window. Oh, by the way, there is one more thing I do want to mention before I forget. I didn't notice this when I was actually building. I noticed it, I was looking at the exterior of this house, and I noticed it. This stair, you can see how all of the other ones are like this. This one, I didn't even notice when I was building. It should be just turned like that. If you did actually notice that in part 2, it was about at the 34-minute mark. If you noticed that, yeah, there you go. If that was bothering you at all, I went ahead and fixed it. I did not even notice, but it's all good now. So let me gather up all the blocks we're going to be using here for this bedroom, and we'll head on to doing this. So I gathered up all the blocks we're going to be using here for this bedroom, so I'm going to scroll through them all, and then we'll get right on into it. So let's go ahead and do the bed first. Make sure you have your full blocks of these smooth quartz. And we'll place 5 right here in the middle, leaving 1 space on each end. We'll have an upside down stair, so this will be a small nightstand. On top of these, we'll have a flower pot. You can use whichever flower you want. Grab your smooth quartz stairs and we'll place them on their side on each end of the full blocks. And then upside down stairs right in the middle. Slabs on top. We'll grab the brown concrete and we'll have 2 rows of 3. A row of gray and another row of brown. Now let's go ahead and have our smooth quartz slabs. Have these right around the edge of the bed. And then we'll grab the snow and we'll use that as the pillows. Now over here, we're gonna have a carpet with some light underneath. We'll have a small table there and a little storage area here. Or maybe just a table. I think I just had a table. But I'm gonna actually turn it into a storage unit. So I'll swap out, let me go ahead and grab the birch trapdoors. Okay, so we'll look at this side first. We'll have our full blocks of quartz. We'll just have 3 like that. Birch trapdoors in front. And then over here, we'll have a small table with just 2 quartz stairs side by side. Alright, over here in this corner, let's go ahead and have a bush. So jungle log, oak, or jungle leaves, and then jungle trapdoors. Go ahead and have this right here in the corner. Let's have our decorations on top of these tables. So a flower pot, the skeleton skull and wither skeleton skull. And then whichever other flowers you want, so I'll use this. We'll have an end rod, and we'll also use a brown concrete block. So we'll have a lamp here with the end rod and the concrete. On top of that, we'll have a flower pot with maybe just that lily of the valley. Here, I'll have a skeleton skull on each side. Right in the middle, I'll have a flower pot with this white tulip. And now let's go ahead and carve out a square right here. And I'll leave it like that. What is happening here? Is that did I accidentally delete a sea lantern just now? Well, anyway, there should be a sea lantern there, but we'll go ahead and fill all of this in. And then I'll grab these 3 carpets. Have maybe gray right there, light gray here, and the rest of it brown. Okay, I like that. And now, the final thing I want to do in here is just use the paintings. I think we used everything else. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a painting here. So we'll carve out a hole, fill that in with sea lanterns, and I'll have a 4-block painting right there. And then I'll have 2 more on this side. And we can't have any sea lanterns in the wall here because this wall is only 1 block thick. Okay, so I have a painting right there and another one like that. Yeah, that's fine. Or I guess to make it evened out, you could shift this over so there's 2 spaces. I guess I'll go ahead and do that. So we'll have this one. Oh, I guess we'll use that one there. And then right here. Okay, I like that. So now we have 2 spaces here, 2 spaces there, and actually 2 spaces in between them. Alright, that's good. And now, yeah, that is everything. We'll leave it at that here for this bedroom. Okay guys, that's going to be it here for part 6 for this tutorial on how to build the suburban house. And now that completes the build. So if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm going to have a tour video up right after this. So if you want to see a tour of the whole house, feel free to check that out. But I'll see you guys in the next one.